Hello everyone, welcome to day 238 of playing chess every day for you. Let's find the game. We're playing against d4, I'll play d5. We get bishop to f4. I think knight to f6 is the best move here. If the knight comes out, I'll block like this. They just play e3. Instantly. Could develop my own bishop. Could play e6, but I need to develop this bishop first, I think. It's also fine to just develop the knight to c6, so that's what I'll do here. They go ahead and pin me. I can just go ahead and unpin myself and then try to kick them away, which I think is good, by playing a6 and maybe b5 if they go back. They choose to push. They do go back, so I can play with b5 here. If they go all the way back, I could play knight a5, knight c4 and attack this. But if I go here, I don't really have many squares to go to. I think I could jump into the center now, that I'd have a good knight there. But I think, yeah, I don't want to lock my bishop away. If I play knight to c4, they can just push. And that would be very annoying for me. I'd love to free up this dark squared bishop though. e6 is nice, but then my light squared bishop is just trapped. I could go bishop g4, and if they push, then I just go back. I really need to try and develop the bishop though. If they push f3, it does weaken their king on the dark squares. They do push f3. I could just go back to h5, and if they choose to expand on this side of the board, I think that might be good for me. That's what they do. They do choose to go for this. They develop their knight. I could do the same, but I think now is a fine moment to play e6. Just keep my center strong. e5 is a good move, but they just take, and I don't have anything there. And I can't push here at the moment. I think e6 is okay here. If they ever kick me away, I can just jump away. I could try and trade this bishop off. I didn't expect to see e4 here. I could take it. If they kick me away, that's quite annoying. I could go ahead and take it. The knight takes, then we trade. I'm okay with that. The knight does take. We could just trade now. The pawn takes. If I push, if they take this way, I just take. If I push here, it does force the bishop away. And developing my bishop here would give me my queen to a better square. I think this is okay. If they block me, I just go back. I'm fine with that. They're also locking in their bishop now. I don't want to castle now because my king would be on an open file, or right next to one, which isn't good. Now I can develop this knight to squares like c4. If I go here, they can't play b3 to stop me though. Then my bishop comes in, so I'm not sure if that's so good for them. I could just push a5, a4. They hit my knight with the queen. That also hits my rook, so that's a very good move that they found. Although my rook is protected, so I just have to move the knight. Could go here. If they do push, then I can come in here probably. Although I'm not so sure. Knight back doesn't really give me any better squares. Yeah, my knight's quite trapped. If I go here, they take my rook. Very annoying position here. If I go forward, they lock me out. Then I can always undermine them over here, so. And if they strike with this, I just get a very good square. My rook's protected, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't think castling could be good for me because of the queen being able to come to the h file. I should probably push f6 to undermine this. If I push f6, takes looks fine. To undouble my structure. I don't want to castle this game, or at the moment at least. If they castle, it seems kind of dangerous for them. They actually do go ahead and castle. Did not expect that. So I could immediately go for this pawn. I think that's actually quite good. If they choose not to trade, I'm hitting their rook. If we trade here though, they can always push, which attacks this. I dislike that. But I am making 2 threats here, so they can pick up a pawn. I'm not so worried about that. They slide away, I pick up this. And also this would be hit, so they really have to choose if they want to trade here or not. Maybe I could have long castled here after this. Maybe, I'm not sure. If we trade here, they push attacking this. And this. They do go for this, and that's fine. They do lock my knight away from being able to get to this square. That's a good move. I can undermine them here now with this move. Open up this file. They defend with the knight, but that doesn't stop me from giving them a check. Unless if they take this way. And they do. They defend like this. I am seeing my bishop can come in for some checks here. But not at the moment. Could push. If they push, I take, and take. If I push, and if they take, I take, and I have some threats here. If they push, I just take. If they take, I take, and I'm doing better. They do go ahead and take. So I can take with the bishop here. Now I'm threatening this check. The king steps here. And check if they step up. I could probably come in and try to attack them in some ways. They instead go for this. And that's... I didn't expect that move. I do have a check, but they just take. I give this check, it doesn't work. I think I have to accept that. They take 2. And they are threatening to push. I could come in here now and try to win this. Yeah, them pushing is actually a threat, so I might have to castle him. And bring my rook to the center. I do really like playing rook h4 though, just hitting this and x-raying this. But they just play h3 if I do that. I'll go ahead and castle him. I can't really play f6 because they can have this move. So I guess they're going to try and double up on my king. If I don't take here, it's a problem. Don't have many good moves here. I don't know if I'm supposed to take this or not. I could play f5 here, but that doesn't work, they just take. I could pin this pawn and give a check. I'm just threatening a check here and being very annoying in the center. Could potentially get my knight to even to e4. They do go ahead and take. If they double up on my king, that's very annoying, but I do have this now. King up. I was expecting king over. Now I could play this kind of knight move and bring my... I mean, the pawn's on pin now. If I go here, they can come back. I'll go here, and if they push, I can give a check. Knight over threatens actually checkmate, so I might have to make some room. But before I do that, I can actually play. So if I give a check, they have to step over. That's a very annoying move if they go to d3. I can prevent mate by just king f8. Then if they give a check, I'm losing material. I'll give a check here. King d3 is the best move. I did not expect them to play this. If I give a check and they take, I have this check. I could give this check now and try to encourage them to take. No, I'm not sure which check is better. This one or this one? It's probably this one. They do take. Could go for this. But if I do, they come in here. The king's cut off here. King up. Could give this check. But now I have this, so they are allowing me a lot here. Rook over I didn't expect. Here, if the king takes, I can take here. If I take and the knight takes, that's good for me, I can escape. If I take and the king takes, I take here. I mean, I just take here. They do have a check here, but I just slide over. If they defend like this, I have a fork. Although I can't push because they have a fork there, so... They do go for the check. And I mean, now I only have one move, so... if they choose to check me again, that doesn't really work. They are threatening mate right now. I don't want to push g6 though, because yeah, I can't take because of mate. If I play e8, this is check. I think I play king e8. I think it's good. I could play this, but that cannot be good for me. I'll play king e8 here. There is this winning a pawn. Yeah, knight c7 just wins a pawn. Instead they go for check. I do have to be careful. They can go here or here. But then I take here and I'm threatening this. And I can always play king e6. I could also play knight to c6 and just win this pawn in the center. I mean, this is very equal here. King over, I just take. King e6 seems like a really good move, but I can't play that at the moment because of the rook. They go for this pawn instead. That's a good move, but I can just play here. If they check me, I win this. If I go here, they have knight to c7 check again, winning a pawn. But I would actually, after the knight to c7 check, I'd probably go ahead and take this. Or maybe even come here. This comes with a check, which is the most annoying part. Could give a check myself, but then their king is active, so that's not really an option. If I go here, I do give up a pawn. I do win this one. But I don't like how, if I go here and they pick up a pawn, this does protect the pawn. I think they'll find knight to c7. There's this as well, which is really annoying. But then I step forward and I'm attacking the piece, so... Except the rook is there. So now I have to go back and attack the rook. If they can't repeat moves, actually, I just take. Rook has to leave now. The rook's just trying for this. That's a great square for... That's a great square for their rook. I could play here and I'm attacking two pieces, and if they take, I have this. If I go here, I'm defending this, but then they take, but then I take here. Yeah, I can't allow them this check, I think. It's too powerful. My king's forced backwards. Or to the side. Could take here, and if they check me, I go back. And I'm attacking this. Yeah, I could just take this move. Don't want to play knight to c6. I mean, they are stopping my king completely here. I'm attacking this. If king over, I can pin their knight. And then probably try to win it. This would seem equal, but they take here. I mean, I'm threatening to take with check though, so I think I'm actually slightly better here. And this is so weak for me. I am up on the clock as well. If king down, I have knight c6. Defending this square. And also attacking this, which I think is really good. They give the check now. I'm fine with that. I just slide back probably. Could slide this way. I'm not sure if E8 or D8 is better. I'll actually go ahead and play e8 just to stick to my pawns. If they take here, I'm taking with check, so I'm defending my knight, so that's good for me. King down. I have this move now, forking them. They probably have to check me. Actually, I can just take now because the king takes, I have a fork. Knight to c6 just wins a pawn. And king over to d4 actually just loses. Because I still have the fork, so. If they go back here, that would be quite wild. Wow, they actually just leave. So now I could have this move, which attacks the rook and defends mine. That can't be a good move. I can come in and pin them now. If they take, I have this. So maybe I go for this, then they take, and I have to run my king up the board. I don't really like that. And calculate here. If check, I just run. And here, if they take, I have this. I can't really defend this, which is my biggest problem here. I could go for a rook trade. That can't be good. I could go for this. I'm just trying to move that knight. So that I can defend this pawn. They go there, but yeah, that's a problem. I am seeing that if I give them a check here, the knight would be hanging, but they are threatening this. Could go here. And they go here. They are threatening a check, but then I just run. They give me this check, I go here. I think I have to hold on to this. And just play this slowly. And I just blundered a fork. Oh my god, what am I doing? Okay, fine. That's just sad. Seriously. I don't know how I managed to do that. I made an impulsive move. And just lost the game here. Luckily they blundered back. What is this game? almost blunder black. I'm not sure why I'm playing here. This is just sad. That's just so annoying. They blunder a fork. And I blunder one back. If I give a check, they can't go this way. I could go here. That's just really sad. I just made a move without thinking about the move. And now the game's almost lost. If I go here, I stop them from pushing again. I can just go here now, I think. That's such a sad mistake to make. I just make a move without thinking and from a completely winning position go. I mean, I'm only up one pawn here, so it's not completely winning, but I still think I'm winning here. Now I'm just hopeless here. If they give a check, I should probably slide up. They slide their king over. I could give a check, and they come here. But I get to lock in my knight here. If I give this check, they come here. If I give this check, I guess they come in here. I can go here, and if they go here, I could give the check and go for this, but it's not the best. If I go here, they can give a check and probably try to win the knight. I could give this check. Wow, they just sacrifice. Yeah, they still win the game here. Yeah, they just take opposition here. Now go ahead and resign. Let's look at this game. They played at an 80.4, I played at a 75. And there was actually the game being completely equal before I blunder and throw away the game. So I wasn't actually winning here, I was just drawing, but I threw away the draw, so let's see this. The opening is fine. This is all okay. We're completely equal here. C5 is a mistake. It's not a good move. Check wasn't really good. I'm completely losing here. They keep making mistakes by running their king closer to my part of the board. I was supposed to get behind the king here. Which makes sense. Because now they get to escape. If I went here, they have knight d6. This move. Then I'd have my own knight to c6. They get to escape. And I mean, I win a pawn here, so that's actually wrong. I'm not supposed to take the free pawn. I'm supposed to play knight to c6 to attack this straight away. Because they can't protect that pawn. And it's the most important one. Knight back is wrong because of king e8. And I played really well here. I even found this tactic which draws the game. I can take the pawn because if the king takes, it's a fork. So they actually don't take, they just walk away. And the worst move of the entire game, which just loses the whole game, is rook e6. The only reason I played this move, I tried to show that the rook protects the pawn. But after I played this, obviously this just loses the game. And that's exactly what happens. What I wanted to, or should have played here more. I mean, this move doesn't work. I should have just given a check here. If they came in, I just have rook f2 here to go for this. Obviously they push, I just take. This is just such a mistake that could have been avoided and should have been. And I just lose the game because of that one move. They just sacrifice the rook as well because they can promote. That's really annoying. Because the game was an easy draw here. And I just make a blunder that I didn't mean to make. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.